Hi everyone. So this is going to be the look that I'm going to show you today. This is a Christmassy, holiday-inspired cut crease with some ombre liner. Some of you may know that I'm currently participating in my school that I work for, My Beauty Mark Makeup Academy. We're doing a December makeup challenge, which is basically a different theme every day of the month of December. Today's theme happens to be poinsettia. So this was kind of my loosely inspired look on a poinsettia. So anyway, let's get started. I've already primed my lids, and what I use to prime my lids is the Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. And then for the white base, I use the Suva Beauty Hydra Cream base in the shade Stencil. So now I'm going to move on to my shadows, and I'm going to start with the crease first because we are doing a cut crease. And I'm going to be using this little Makeup Geek brush here that has a little spoolie brush on the end. I'm sure it's primarily meant to be an eyebrow brush, but I'm going to use it for shadows right now. And I'm going to be using an eyeshadow from Suva Beauty, and this color is called Tiki Torch. This is one part of their eyeshadow palette, and it's this red shadow right here. So it's just a really nice true red shade. And I'm going to use this Makeup Geek brush to start mapping out the shape in my crease. I'm going to use another brush from Makeup Geek now. It's just their defined crease brush, and I'm going to use this with a little bit more of that red shadow just to start blending this red a little bit higher up. I'm going to start adding a little bit more dimension into my cut crease with a slightly deeper color. I'm going to be using this shade here from Makeup Geek, which is called Cherry Cola. It's just a warmer neutral shade, warmer brown. So I'm going to take that on my same Makeup Geek brush that I was using before, which is the dual-ended brow brush. And I'm going to start adding this right along the bottom edge of my cut crease here and then just fade it upward into the red. Last thing I'm going to add to the crease is a little bit of black, and I'm going to use my favorite black shadow, which is Dark Matter from Melt Cosmetics. And again, I'm going to use my same dual-ended brow brush from Makeup Geek to apply that. And I'm going to focus the application of the black mostly in the kind of the dip of my cut crease here. And then I'm just going to kind of fade it forward and outward, but it's going to be mostly in this area and then lightly faded backwards and forwards. A little bit more of my white cream base from Suva Beauty and a small Sigma Wing Liner E06 brush just to clean up the bottom edge of my cut crease here so that it's really nice and sharp. Now that I cleaned up my cut crease here, I'm going to add a color all over my lid, and I'm just going to continue with the white and just apply a white shadow all over. I'm going to be using the color Coconut from Suva Beauty, which is, again, just a plain matte white, and I'm going to be using a Sigma Medium Sweeper E54 to apply that. I am going to be moving on to my liner now. So I'm going to do a green liner, and I may or may not ombre the liner. We'll see. We'll see if I like it. So what I'm going to use for my liner is I'm going to be using another Suva Beauty product. This is really heavy on the Suva today. So I'm going to use this Hydra liner here, which is called Fanny Pack. It's a really, really bright neon green. So I'm going to use this, and this is a product that needs to be activated with some type of like water, mixing medium, setting spray, something in order for it to work. So I'm going to be using the Cinema Secrets eyeliner sealer today to activate this to get it to work. And then in order to apply, I'm going to be using a Crown Brush V's Favorite Brushes eyeliner brush. I finished doing my green liner and I decided that I do want to give this a little bit of an ombre. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tiny little brush that I use to clean up my cut crease, the Sigma Wing Liner E06 brush, and I'm going to use a shadow from Makeup Geek. This one is called Enchanted Forest and it's just a really deep green. So I'm going to use this to ombre the outer corners and the inner corners of the liner so it all kind of fades to the center to create a highlight in the very center. So I finished this eye completely, and now I'm going to finish off the rest of all of the details that I added to this eye. So I did do mascara and lashes on both sides. The mascara that I used is the Sigma High Caliber Lash Mascara, and then for my lashes, I used a combination of the Koko lashes in the styles Misha and Soho. So those two are stacked together. And then now I'm going to move on to my bottom lash line and these little white dots that I added onto the inner corner. So for the bottom lash line, I'm first going to start with my small little Makeup Geek defined crease brush, and I'm going to use my red shadow Tiki torch from Suva Beauty, and I'm going to apply in this kind of triangular, I guess, shape that's it's just going to be centered in my bottom lid and then just kind of lightly faded downward. It's not, in my opinion, a very definite shape. It's just kind of like softly cascading downward. So I'm going to apply that now, and then after I do that, I'm going to do basically the same sequence of shadows that I put through the crease. So after I do my shape of my red, I'm going to do this shade here, which was Cherry Cola, the second color that I used, and then I'm going to use Dark Matter, which is a black shadow from Melt Cosmetics, and all of those colors are going to be placed inside of my first red shadow, which will be my biggest application. All right, so eyes are finished, so the last thing I need to do is lips, and I decided since I've got a lot going on up here, I'm going to do just a softer nude lip, and the products that I'm going to use is the ColourPop liner in the shade Oh Snap, and then I'm going to use the ColourPop Ultra Matte lip in the shade Midi. And here is my completed look. So I hope you guys like this. If you do recreate this at all, I would love to see it, so please make sure to tag me. If you guys would like to give me suggestions for the things that you want to see me do in the future, I love to hear suggestions. In addition, do not forget to subscribe so you can see every single time I upload a new video, which is becoming more frequent. I'm getting better at this. So anyways, until next time, thank you guys so much for watching.